Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick little gem oracle card reading. In the little booklet there's a layout, so I'm going to try that and see how it, I'm just going to feel it out and see how I like it. I've tried it out a couple times just for myself, but I usually just kind of with these ones, they just pop out usually. But here's the deck by Bianca Luna, and it's produced or manufactured, printed by Los Scarabeo. So yeah, we love these. These are really great cards. They have a lot of a lot of aspects. They have an asana, which is a yogic pose. They have a chakra. I'll just show you right here, for example. Chakra, the asana, the gem itself, an element, so either water, air, fire, earth. An astrological sign, so either a planet or the moon or the sun, or a zodiac sign, and then the number, of course. And that word goes with the gem. Okay. So, yeah, so we're just going to do A, B, C, D, and that's just A is the dark aspect, B is the light, and let me just check and make sure, because I don't want to get those mixed up. A, yeah, bright side. The bright side. Of course, we always start with the good stuff, right? It's all good stuff, though, really. Okay, so I guess A would could represent the west. If you're looking at it as northeast, southwest. That's malachite that just flipped over. That's inner child stuff. Oh, and interesting, the oracle reading that I did for myself, I got the Gemini card, which was Angelite 11, and ones have been everywhere lately. This gateway stuff happening. An Angelite represents the subtle messages, the fairy energy, the non-verbal messages, and all the invisible energies, meaning they're real and measurable. We just can't see them with, your vibrations can be measured, okay? You just can't see it with your eyes, but you can measure, brain waves, all this stuff. It's, science and spirituality is all one, right? The physics and then the metaphysics. It's just what's the physics and then what's after the physics. That flipped out. So, bullseye. Okay, that's interesting, because when I was thinking about doing gem oracle reading, we'll just leave that off to the side. Bullseye popped into my head, so that's interesting that popped out. We'll see how that all fits in. So let's just, all the white light of the unified rainbow, the God grain flow, the only flow I know, key being God. Here we go, here we grow, here we glow. Excuse me, I'm still getting over another little bug from my little bug. Tomorrow, his last day of preschool. I'm kind of happy about that, actually. There's smoky quartz on the bottom. So, and that's your dreamscape. So, here's A, the bright side, B, the dark side, C, advice from the oracle, and D, the results. Or what, yeah, how you should expect this to all unfold for you. So, okay. Oh, well, we just can't get any lighter than that unless it was rock crystal, which is the Gemini one, because this is just illumination. Excuse me. So we have the opal. I still have to study the yogic poses. So here's 31, that reduces to a 4. This is the throat chakra, which is, well, the 5th chakra, and that's called the Vishuddha, and this is represents Saturn. So opal is very much like Angelite in the way that it's these nonverbal messages. So you communing with source, with environment, with your inner community is communicating properly with itself. Which is the whole thing about autoimmune diseases. It's just a miscommunication. You know, this thing about secretions from the cytokine. And I know it sounds scientific, but it's just the way our body communicates with different parts of the brain and different parts of the body communicating with itself, and back and forth through the brain. It can miscommunicate with itself just like anything, right? So it's chemoelectric communication. So, but this is more of an ethereal communication. So you tuning into the ether, and a lot of this kind of energy right now with Gemini and everything, and because it's June, everything is very expansive and open, and it's just like communication gets through better when it's clear skies than when it's cloudy. So, and because of just like scientifically the weather, when it's hotter, it's more expansive. The air molecules are vibrating faster. They're more expanded, which allows for more moisture in the air, and so there's a lot going on right now. A lot of communication, a lot of expansion, a lot of clarity and illumination. In all forms, verbal, nonverbal, visible, invisible. And then here we have rose quartz, and this is that's the base chakra, yeah, because it's kind of it's like, it's supposed to be more red, but it has the 4-petaled lotus, so that's got to be the base chakra, or root chakra. It's called the Muladhara, and I remember that because of mula, like money, Muladhara. And this represents Uranus, and that's the number 9, 27. And 9 is also a light worker number, 1s and 9s both. So, because those have been coming up, I had 3 9s in a row in a tarot reading I just did for myself, and with all the ones that were coming up, and I looked those up, and those are very much illuminating numbers. So, and then you take a 1 and 9 together, you add those, you get 10. You have the 0, which is the God, enhancer, amplifier, and then the 1. So, and it's a 9-year. And rose quartz represents unconditional love and compassion. And I'm still learning about the angels too. Any of you who work with the angels or know about the angels, this represents Angel Shamuel or Chamuel, and that's the angel of compassion and unconditional love. So this is the dark side, but I mean, I guess maybe just be a little careful with love and make sure it's the right kind of love, you know, and not to misuse love or call other things love that really aren't love. Remember what love really is, you know, so just be aware of maybe the dark aspects of love, and how people can maybe use it as a tool of manipulation. So, but so far those are great cards. And some advice, oh, this is perfect because, and here's another throat chakra. This is Mercury, that's a 10, and that's right after a 9. Vishuddha, again. So lapis lazuli, and this is water. Lapis lazuli is you in tune with the universe, and connected to other people's energies. So people as a resource, and it also, you know, it's like also a karmic thing. So your repercussions. So the oracle, the advice from the oracle is to you know, use relationships as a resource, but not, you know, for your own personal gain. Make sure it's for your highest good and the highest good of all. And if you stay in contact with the universe and listen to the messages, you know, the subtle messages that may be nonverbal. And it's funny how these two cards came up together, and they've come up together before for me. So it's really, it's like opal, but it has a karmic aspect to it too, of just kind of make sure that when you're taking action in your life that you're aware of the effects that it can have, you know, on yourself, others, your environment, your family, your job, whatever. Just make sure that what you're putting out is what you want coming back, okay? So focus on what you want, because the universe just hears what you put out there. It hears the thing, the essence. It doesn't hear, yes, I want this, or no, I don't want this. It just hears the thing that is, okay? Yes, I want a new car. No, I don't want a new car. They just hear a new car. Okay, well, I mean, maybe a new car, if it's according to your highest good, you know, maybe it's very necessary for you to have a new car. You have kids to you know, chauffeur around. It's breaking down all the time. It's causing stress. It costs a lot of money. So, you know, it's not always a status quo. These things, you know, it can be something that God will bless you with if it's something that you need and it's according to your highest good. So remember to ask for those things that are according to your highest good, because you don't want negative repercussions, okay? The boomerang, what you put out, it comes back to you, okay? 10. So make sure you and God, that 1 and that 0, you're in communion. So you're getting the messages that you need to enhance your life. Not distract, detract, retract, you know, going forward. You want that communion with God and universe, and you want good karma to be flowing back to you, okay? And hematite, okay. This is kind of like, there's another Saturn. So, and you can see, I think these three, lapis lazuli, opal, and hematite, came up before, but I know these two have been paired as well, and you can see how they're very similar in shape, very smooth, but this is like the light aspect, this is the dark, okay? This is also another base chakra. So we have 2 throat chakras and 2 base chakras, 2 Vishuddhas, 2 Muladharas. And then the bullseye. We'll check those out in a sec. So this is, you know, and then it's Earth, 6, the reciprocity. this is like your internal environment and external environment matching. Okay, so hematite is very smooth on the outside. It's because it's organized very well on the inside. So what it has on the inside is what it's showing the world. So this is a card of, and this is the result from the whole reading. So this is a card of being organized, and it's base chakra. So the root foundation is, you know, having the path clear, laying the groundwork, having, you know, everything you need, toilet paper, soap, blah blah blah, and your bills are paid, and you have a little money in the bank, you know, all your car payments, credit card payment, whatever you have, it's all up to date, everything's good to go, kids all have what they need, and so your life feels organized, okay, and not just organized, but there's a level of quality or shine or glimmer to it that's, it's not a glamorous thing, it's just a very balanced, grounded, clean, organized quality. There's quality to your life, not necessarily quantity, but everything is in its place. There's a place for everything, everything in its place, a place for everything and everything in its place, something like that, you know, that's what this card represents. And so this is a very grounding, soothing, calming kind of card because of that, and it's very Capricorn-y too, and Saturn, you know, so, and because Saturn rules excuse me, Saturn rules Capricorn, so it kind of, you know, the taskmaster, clean up your room, you know, another Saturn, you know, pay attention, listen, be quiet, pay attention, focus. It's like Saturn, okay, so yeah, let's just take this time to get organized, and the weather's like getting nicer in the northern hemisphere. It's, you know, summer, and so, you know, we're cleaning out the cobwebs, dusting things off. You know, I pulled out my old bathing suit and went to go put it on, and the elastic was all crunchy, and yeah, so, you know, stuff like that. We're getting organized, we're getting rid of what we don't need, and just like literally, not just a bunch of emotional stuff, but just, you know, like going through old towels that are just funky and whatever, and just, but somebody else could use them, or maybe you can repurpose them for something else. So it's just shifting, reorganizing, cleaning things up, you know, doing that fine-tuned detail work like baseboards and dusting and that kind of, you know, and then you sit back in your environment, and it's so much more relaxing. And which, this is kind of like, this can be people invading your space. So that can kind of go with this. If your space isn't cleaned up, you know, you might feel like when people come over it's kind of invasive, you know, because you want to shine, you want your environment to be inviting. So maybe you don't feel so much that way when you feel like you need to do stuff around your house. You might feel a little overwhelmed having people in your space when you don't feel like you're presenting it in an accurate way according to how you feel on the inside, you know. It's like Dr. Wayne Dyer said, what's inside is what comes out. So hematite, you know, you want to shine because you're so well organized on the inside. You want to present that to the world. And then you won't feel like people are invading your space. And it's not necessarily your home, just anything in your life, you know, getting emotionally organized. You know, life hacking skills, time management. And then the smoky quartz is just kind of like, that's the 18, and that's the 9, and that's another throat chakra. Okay, and that's Virgo, another earth. So, and there's the malachite that popped up while I was shuffling. Anyway, and this is kind of like the messages from your waking dream, you know, when you're getting like downloads and you're communing with God and you're channeling, and you know, and a lot of people, they're surprised right now. They didn't know they even had intuition, but right now it's such an expansive and clear time with this Geminic energy, and because of the time of year of Gemini and everything, there's a lot of communication going on. So this is your waking dream communication. This is your sleeping dream communication. Okay? This is when you get messages in your sleep. That's the smoky quartz. So, and again, Vishuddha, so throat chakra, you know, and the Gemini, and we have 2 air cards here, 2 earth as well. So, so tell me, to stay grounded, it's very important to stay grounded, and this is, I believe, well, that's going to be the 3rd chakra. So that's the solar plexus, that's the Manipura. So a lot of, because of the throat, the air energy, it's important to stay grounded right now too. You can feel like you're kind of gliding across the sidewalk when you're walking right now. You're kind of floating this very magical energy because it's such an expansive time right now. And with all the communion with, you know, the universe, all the Geminic energy, the air energy, because Gemini is an air sign, and just what Gemini represents, you know, so we need to make sure we're staying grounded, okay? I just love the opal card. I love opal. It's so magical. I just wanted to show that again, because, and I think opal's a stone that you have to keep in water because it can dry out and crack. I have a couple little tiny pieces, so I'll have to have those around me. I think I have everything. I don't have bullseye, but I have everything else here. Couple little pieces of this. Maybe not lapis lazuli. Used to have a ring. I definitely have hematite beads. I have giant rose quartz crystals, some smoky quartz. So if you have any of these gems, either a ring, a necklace, beads, anything, you can put it in a little pouch, carry it around with you. Just walk around the house with it in your hand until it warms up, and put it in a special place. Whatever. Just work with, if you have any of these gems, work with them this month, and just let its energy penetrate. Allow it to do its magic, and it feels like a really magical time right now. So allow for the magic. Let the magic penetrate. All right. Not in that way. Well, in that way too, maybe for some of you. Yeah. Or, you know, a lot of you, hopefully, whatever. So, okay, yeah. Allow the magic to penetrate. And I just want to say blessings to all of you, okay? Until next time, Unified Zodiac, blessings.